Mike. You're my boy, aren't you? You're my girl, aren't you? Yeah. Aren't you forgetting something? That's a good friend of yours. Don't be jealous, Mike. He understands everything I say.
He wouldn't understand if you spell it out to him, would he?
I don't know. He's plenty smart.
Go ahead and try it.
Okay. It's in my L-E-F-T-H-A-N-D. Attaboy, Mike. I told you he was plenty smart.
Gee willikers, I didn't think he knew how to spell.
He almost knows everything.
What's the matter with her, Jimmy?
Oh, she just wants to see her puppies. Come on.
Gee, they're sure cute.
I'll say they are. And smart, too. You know, the grandma earned $1,000 a week in Barterville.
$1,000 a week? Gee whiz. What are you going to name him?
Well, I already have. This one here is Corky Boy. This one here is... Yeah, this one's Corky Queen. This one here is King Corky. This one is Corky.
Gee, they're sure swell names, Jimmy.
I'll say they are. Well, Speck, we gotta be getting to work. You take the rest of the harness and the cart down to the shed. I'll go get mine.
Okay, Jimmy.
Come on, Corky. Come on, Corky. Let's go, Mike. Oh, Mike. Here you are, boys.
Oh, boy. Thanks a lot, Miss Dolan.
Thanks, Mom.
Such hard-working men as you and Speck need lots of food.
You're tops, Mom. Oh, did you sell another pup?
2 of them, I think. I took deposits on King Corky and Corquita.
Oh, boy, that means I'm $35 closer to owning Mike.
Hot diggity, dog.
Now, you boys be careful when you cross the railroad tracks, won't you?
Yeah,
We will, Mrs. Dolan.
All right. Bye, Mom. Bye, boys. Come on, go, Mike. Bye. Whoa, Mike. Now, Corky, you stay there with Mike.
Oh, Jimmy,
Yes, Mr. Kennison?
here's a new subscription for you.
J. Spencer, 388 Durango Road. Well, that's the old Dalton horse training farm near where I live.
That's right. It's been leased to Colonel Whitley, the famous Kentucky racehorse breeder. Now you know who Spencer is, don't you?
I'll say he trains the colonel's horses.
Right. He and the Colonel just arrived with a big string of thoroughbreds for the opening of the new racetrack being built over at Santa Anita. I suppose you've been over to see the new track.
You bet we have.
And it sure looks like we're going to have some top-notch racing this winter.
You bet we will.
Hey, Corky, how did you get down here? Jimmy told you to stay up there and watch Mike.
That's not Corky. That's my dog, Mickey, Corky's brother.
Gee willikers, they look so much alike I can't tell them apart.
You're getting dumber every day, Speck.
Now you've done it.
Oh, it wasn't any good anyhow. Nothing we have around here is any good.
We ought to buy us a Joe Louis professional punching bag.
Yeah, and what are we going to use for money?
Now listen, fellas. everything goes okay, I'm going to enter Mike in the Santa Anita races. When he wins enough purses, I'm going to buy what we need for a real for sure enough clubhouse. With gym equipment that ain't busting all the time. We can have a shower bath and a ping pong table and weenie roast. What's the matter with you guys? Don't you believe it?
Well, it sounds swell, Jimmy, but, well, how do you know Mike's going to win any races?
Yeah, how do you know? Well, you just wait and see.
Yeah, you guys just wait and see.
You boys looking for someone?
Yes, sir. Either of you gentlemen, Mr. Spencer?
I am.
I'm your newsboy, Jimmy Dolan. This is Speck Williams, my assistant. This is Corky, my dog.
Glad to know you boys. You too, Corky.
Where do you want your paper delivered? In the mailbox or at the house?
Just throw it on the porch of the guest house here.
Yes, sir.
You'd better deliver a paper to me, too. You can put it on the porch of the big house. I'm Colonel Whitley.
Thanks, Colonel. I know a lot about your racing stables and your Kentucky horse breeding farm.
You do?
Yes, sir. Did you bring your handicap champion with you?
Yes. How do you happen to know so much about my racing stable?
Reading about Sport of Kings is one of my hobbies. Would you mind if Speck and me comes over once in a while and watch you train your bangtail?
Well, I won't mind so long as you keep out of the way. I don't want any kids getting hurt on my property.
Thank you, Colonel.
Better set your alarm clocks, boys. We start working out the horses pretty early in the morning.
Here, Corky, deliver that on my front porch. Gee, Speck, we can come over here tomorrow. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
We can bring Mike along, too. He can learn a lot by just watching the Colonel's horses.
You bet he can.
Come on, Corky. Atta girl. Let's go, Mike. Hi, Jimmy.
So that's your kid, brother.
Yes. But for heaven's sake, don't let him know you used to be a jockey or he'll pester the life out of you.
Okay, Aaron. Is that the thoroughbred you were telling me about, the one he's buying from his uncle?
Yes. And that subject's taboo, too, where you'll be spending the evening out in the stable. Jimmy, this is Mr. William McKay.
Glad to meet you, Mr. McKay.
It goes double, Jimmy, only don't be so formal. I'm known as Sandy to my friends.
Sandy? That's funny. A jockey named Sandy McKay used to ride for the Elm Tree Stables of Maryland.
That's right. That's me.
Really?
Sure.
Oh, boy, have I met a lot of racing big shots today.
Jimmy, remember our deal.
Okay. Now, the next time you come over, you and me have got to get together for some horse talk.
You bet we will.
Make it soon, will you?
Sure thing, Jimmy.
Swell. Dinner's ready. And am I hungry?
Here comes Mr. Spencer.
Good morning, boys.
Morning, Mr. Spencer.
You're early birds, I see.
Yeah, we didn't want to miss anything.
I'm going to make a tour of the stables. Like to go along?
Well, we'd love to, but maybe Colonel Whitney wouldn't like it.
He won't mind if you're with me. Come on.
Go, Corky. You stay here and watch Mike. Understand now?
It's a fine dog you have, Jimmy. He minds what you say.
That's because she's a thoroughbred.
Thoroughbred, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wait a minute, Hank. This is the Colonel's pet, Lightning Boy. Hi, old fella. Sure, I know. You want to get out and run, don't you? All right, you're going to get a workout this morning. Go ahead and pet him. He loves it.
Hello, champ, old boy.
Gee, ain't he pretty?
Yeah, almost as pretty as Mike.
Okay, Hank. Come on, fellas. That hugs them. As nice a sprinters you'll ever see. I like them real well.
What's the matter with him?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's just taking a bath.
A bath?
Yeah, a sand bath.
Oh, Doc. I'd like you to meet a couple of friends of mine. This is Doc Scott, our veterinarian. Jimmy and Speck.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi, Doc.
Glad to know you boys. Well, come on, fellas.
Morning, Mr. Spencer. Good morning, Blackie.
Gee, them sure funny-looking horseshoes.
They aren't horseshoes, they're racing plates.
Oh.
The young man's a walking encyclopedia of racing information.
He sure is. Not many people know what horses wear on their feet when they race, boys.
Maybe you've got a couple of discarded plates you'd give the boys for luck, huh?
I sure have.
Have you got any ticket off a Lightning Boy?
Got a lot of 'em. There you are, Sonny.
Much obliged.
Gee whiz, thanks a lot, mister.
You're welcome.
Well, we better be getting over to the track.
Hey, would it be all right if I take Mike and Corky over to watch, too?
Sure, that's all right. Come on.
How you want the boy handled this morning, Colonel?
There's only one way to work him. If he wants to run, let him.
Yes, sir.
You fellas will stay right here. You can see everything and not be in the way.
Okay, Mr. Spencer.
All right, boys, up to the starting gate.
Gee, he's a swell fella, ain't he?
I'll say he is.
Oh, boy, now we're going to see some real racing.
Not so loud, Spec. Over there's Colonel Whitley.
I wonder what makes him look so grouchy.
I don't know.
Bring Mr. Mulligan out.
Well, I see that Flying Sun and Mr. Mulligan are up to their old tricks.
Yeah, but they're not as bad as they used to be.
You'd better consult an oculist, Jay.
Watch them come around that turn.
What time did you get? I got 50 flats.
Not bad after the long train ride.
It's not good either.
Oh, boy, Colonel Whitley sure has good-looking horses, and fast, too.
Oh, they're pretty good. Here comes Mr. Spencer now.
Enjoying yourself, boys?
You bet.
I'll say.
What do you think of our racing stock?
Well, they're pretty good, but...
But what?
Well, I don't want you to think I'm bragging. But I'll bet you Mike can beat any I've seen so far.
Did you say Mike? Who's Mike?
He is. He's Mike.
Well, what makes you think that delivery wagon horse can beat my thoroughbreds?
Just because Mike's been helping me deliver papers. Don't get the wrong idea, because he's just as much a thoroughbred as any of your horses.
Oh, he's no thoroughbred.
He is so, because my uncle bought him and he knows race horses.
Well, we'll have to put Mike on our track one of these days and see what he can do.
Show me one of your saddles and I'll show you what he can do right now. Well, I will.
All right, my horses will race yours.
Good. Come on, Specs, let's unhitch.
And just so you won't say I took an unfair advantage of you, I'll have a set of racing plates put on your nag.
That's swell.
Don't let him get your goat, Jimmy.
Well, he can't call Mike and nag and get away with it.
I know. You just bring him over to the stables and we'll fix him up.
Okay, thanks.
This fellow of yours sure acts like he wants to run.
Of course he does. You would, too, if somebody insulted you.
You don't really think he can beat any of the Colonel's horses, do you?
With them racing plates on, the Colonel's horses won't be able to see him for dust.
Okay, Sonny, ready to climb aboard?
Just a minute. Corky, you stay with Speck and watch the race. I'm ready now. Okay, Mike, let's go.
Come on, Corky.
Jimmy, Colonel Whitley wants to discuss the conditions of the race with you.
Okay.
Will once around the half-mile track be satisfactory?
me.
Suits me, too.
Now, you riders will be given a few minutes to warm up your mount.
Why, the kid sits his saddle like an experienced jock.
Yeah. And maybe his nag can run like an experienced racehorse.
Oh, Mike. Now listen, Mike. After my bragging on you, don't you dare let me down. You've got to win this race, understand?
Get him straightened out there.
Come on, Mike.
Well, son of a gun. Jimmy's colt is leading Lightning Boy. About that. Jimmy's colt come darn near beating Lightning Boy.
So I noticed.
Not bad for a delivery wagon horse, don't you think?
You don't have to rub it in.
Don't feel bad about it, Mike. It wasn't your fault. You could have won that race if I was a better rider.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
For what? Your horse beat mine, didn't he?
By the skin of his teeth.
Well, that's good enough in a horse race. I guess I did a little bit too much bragging.
You didn't do half enough, Jimmy. The horse that beat Mike was last year's 3-year-old champion.
You don't mean Lightning Boy?
Yes, sir.
Look there.
Gee, where did you hear that spec?
Sure I did. He made Boy run the half a mile in 47 flat.
Did you hear that, Mike? You nearly beat Lightning Boy. Think of that.
Jimmy, I owe you an apology, and Mike, too, for calling you a delivery wagon horse. I hope you'll forgive me, both of you.
We will, won't we, Mike?
How about being my guest for breakfast?
You bet. That'd be swell, Colonel.
Come on over to the house.
Hey, Joe, pull the boy's horse out, will you? Come on, there.
And Mike was bred by a Texas sportsman, Stephen Talbot.
Steve Talbot, huh? Do you know anything about Mike's bloodlines?
Yes, sir. Mike was sired by Bulldog and foaled by a mare named Molly Michael. As a yearling, he was registered under Bull Mike, but I shortened it because I like Mike better.
I don't recall any Bull Mike racing as a 2- or 3-year-old. Do you, Colonel?
No, I don't.
That's because he's never been to a race. You see, when he was a baby, Mr. Talbot gave him to his daughter for a pet. And when she was killed in an auto accident, he couldn't bear to have Mike around his place.
Oh, yes, I remember the incident now. Talbot was so broken-hearted, he quit racing and sold all his stock.
Yes, sir. That's how my uncle came to buy him.
Well, you're a very lucky boy, Jimmy. You could sell Mike for a lot of money.
Oh, I don't want to sell him. I'm buying him for keeps. I wouldn't sell Mike for $1 million.
Any mail for me, dear? No, Mother, just one letter. It's for Jimmy from Uncle Joe. Good. Open it up. Let's hear what he has to say. Oh, Jimmy won't mind. All right. Dear Jimmy, I regret very much that circumstances compel me to break a promise, which no doubt will hurt your feelings. I am so desperately in need of money that I am offering to sell Mike. Sell Mike? Go on, let's hear the rest of it. I am offering to sell Mike to the Kit Kat Racing Stable. And they will be over to see him tomorrow, as they can afford to pay me $700. There's the old alibi. He knows Jimmy can't afford to pay $700.
I wouldn't let him pay that much if he could afford to. Go on.
Don't feel too bad about it, because I'll find you another colt you'll like just as much as Mike. With love, Uncle Joe. With love, Uncle Joe. What he knows about love.
Oh, why did he ever leave Mike in Jimmy's care in the first place? He might have known that Jimmy'd become attached to him.
Here, Speck, you drive down to the shed and start on a hitch. I'm going to tell Mom about Mike.
So I suppose Jimmy'll just have to get over his disappointment.
Mom, guess what happened? Mike nearly beat Lightning Boy. What's the matter, sis? Why are you crying? What's the matter with her, Mom?
She's feeling blue over a letter from your Uncle Joe.
Oh, is he sick or something?
No, dear. Jimmy, I've got some bad news for you. And it's going to hurt you terribly. Oh, I wish I didn't have you. But you'll have to know about it sooner or later.
Well, what is it, Mom?
Your uncle is so hard up, he can't wait till you've saved up enough money to buy Mike.
You mean he's going to sell him to someone else?
Yes, dear. To a racing stable.
But Mommy promised me that I could buy him.
I know, dear, but...
Then why can't I send him the $203 that I have saved and the rest later?
Because the racing stable will pay him $700. And that's a lot more than you can afford.
So that's the kind of an uncle he turned out to be.
Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy.
You can depend on me, Mike. I'm not going to let nobody take you away from me. No, sir. We'll run away tonight. You and me and Corky, and join up with the gypsies. Nobody will be able to find us. Now, listen. I'll sneak out here around midnight. And we'll...
Oh, Jimmy. Yeah? Supper's ready, and Mom fixed some nice French fried potatoes. And you know how much you like them.
I don't want any supper. I'm not hungry.
Don't be like that, Jimmy. I feel almost as bad about losing Mike as you do. Only
what?
Well, maybe we've been getting upset over nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
The men coming over here tomorrow have never seen Mike, have they?
No, I guess not.
Well, maybe when they see him, they won't want to buy him.
I think you got something there, sis. Did you hear what you said, Mike? Maybe they won't think you're worth $700 when they see you.
Believe me, Mrs. Dolan, I feel like a heel coming here to take your boy's pet away from him, especially after the clever way he tried to fool us. But I'm only carrying out orders. That's why I waited till he'd be in school.
Well, I'm at least glad you waited.
We have the confirmation of purchase here if you care to see it.
No, that isn't necessary. You'll find Mike in the corral.
Well, I'm awfully sorry, Mrs. Dolan.
Corky, stop it. Stop it, Corky. Come here. Corky, come here. It's all right now.
Thank you. Oh, my boy.
Come on.
We aren't going to hurt you, Mike.
Nothing we can do about it, Corky. I know how you feel.
Steady, boy, steady. Oh, Mike. Oh, Mike.
Come on, boy. Boy. Come on, boy.
Steady, Mike. Steady. Oh, boy.
Easy now. Easy. Come on. Oh, Mike.
Stay in there, Mike. That's nice, boy.
Jimmy, what's she tied up for?
I don't know. But I got a pretty good idea. Untie her, Speck.
What's the matter, Jimmy? Ain't Mike out in the pasture?
No, Speck. They took him away. Come on, Corky. What are we going to do, Corky?
Don't feel too bad about it, Jimmy. You can buy another horse.
I don't want another horse. If I can't have Mike, I don't want any. And I'll never speak to my Uncle Joe again as long as I live.
I don't blame you, Jimmy. I wouldn't either.
You can't make a horse eat if he doesn't want to.
We've offered him everything we could think of.
Oh, here, let me try.
It's no use, ma'am. He won't eat. He won't run either. He just sulks.
Well, perhaps I'd better call in another veterinarian. You don't know what to do for him.
The colt isn't sick, ma'am. I mean, not physically.
Then what's the matter with him?
He's grieving for his stable companion, a little old dog named Corky.
That's the truth, ma'am.
Well, that ought to make our problem quite simple. We'll buy the dog.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to do the buying. I won't.
Why not?
Because a little boy named Jimmy Dolan owned that dog. And he thought this colt was his, too, until his uncle crossed him up.
Oh, I see. Very well. Give me his address. I'll talk to him.
He lives over in Arcadia, on Durango Road. I'll write it down for you.
Looking for someone, ma'am?
Yes, Jimmy Dolan.
That's me.
I'm Kitty Tremaine.
You mean the movie star?
That's right. I came here to buy a dog.
You must have seen the sign I put out in front. Well, I got 2 puppies left. If you come into the barn, I'll be glad to show them to you.
Oh, but I don't want to buy a puppy. I want to buy this dog.
She ain't for sale.
But I'll give you $50 for her.
No, you won't.
Well, $100?
No, ma'am.
How about $200?
You're just wasting your time, lady. And besides, what do you want to buy this dog for?
Well, you see, I happen to be the owner of the Kit Kat Racing Stables, and I...
Oh, you are you? Now I see what you're up to. You're not satisfied with taking Mike away from me. Now you want Corky, too.
But Mike doesn't want to eat since I got him because he misses the dog.
Of course he does. Don't you think me and Corky miss him, too? I'd just as soon die if I didn't have Corky.
Oh, Jimmy. Since you won't sell Corky to me, I guess there's just one thing to do. I'll have to sell Mike back to you.
Do you really mean it? Would you sell him back to me?
I'd be happy to.
Oh, boy. That's swell of you. Now, if you wait right here, I'll be back in a minute. Now, don't go away.
Why, hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Colonel Whitley. Is Mr. Spencer around? It's very important that I see him right away.
Oh, I'm sorry. He went to Los Angeles this morning. I'm sorry you lost Mike, too. Jay told me about it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see Mr. Spencer about. You see, I got a chance to buy Mike back again.
You don't say.
Yeah. You see, he won't eat or run or do anything for the Kit Kat stable because he's lost it from me and Corky.
Oh, I see. Well, why don't you come along and tell me about it? Maybe I could help you.
I'm afraid not.
Why?
Well, you see, the Kit Kat stable paid my uncle $700 for Mike. And, well, I haven't got that much money. And I was sort of hoping Mr. Spencer would go in partners with me in buying Mike. And he could train him, and I bet you Mike would win plenty of races.
I'm sure glad you told me about that.
You are? Why?
Because if Jay was here, he'd jump at a chance to buy a half interest in Mike.
You really think he would?
I know he would.
Oh, gee, I wish you were here.
Well, that isn't necessary. I'll just give you my check for $700. Then when you and Jay get your money together, you can pay me back. How's that?
Gee, but you're a swell guy, Colonel. I'll be your friend for life. Here comes Mr. Spencer. Oh, Mr. Spencer.
Hiya, Jimmy.
Put her there, partner.
Oh, Jay, I just made a deal for you with Jimmy. You know, for a half interest in Mike.
You'll never regret it, Mr. Spencer, because I'll bet you anything Mike will win the Santa Anita handicap if you train him.
But I thought your uncle sold him to the Kit Kat stable.
He did, but a miracle just happened. We got a chance to buy him back.
You see, the Kit Kat can't get Mike to eat or anything because he's grieving for Jimmy and the dog. So I'm advancing the money to you boys to buy him till you can pay me back.
Oh, I see. Well, that's very fine of you, Colonel. And I'm glad to have you for a partner, Jimmy.
Thanks. That's the way I feel about you.
Allow me to be the first to congratulate the new partnership of Dolan and Spencer. I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you, Colonel.
Thanks a lot, boss.
Well, I gotta be getting along now. Miss Tremane's waiting for me.
Then I think Jay better go along and help close the deal. Besides, you'll want to discuss your racing plans and select your colors and so forth. Here you are, Jimmy.
Thanks, Colonel. You're aces.
Well, come on, Jimmy.
My bike.
Well, leave it here. We'll pick it up later.
Okay.
Doc Scott wants to see you in the stables, Colonel Whitley. What's the matter, Colonel? Got something in your eye?
Yes. Our little boy's gratitude.
I'm sure glad you're home, Mike. And you know it, too, don't you, boy? Boy, you ought to seen how glad Mike and Corky was to see each other. And you know something? Corky must have told Mike that we'd come to take him home, because Mike went right up to the manger and started to eat some hay.
What do you know about that?
I don't know why dogs and horses should be called dumb animals.
I don't either. I've seen plenty of them that were much smarter than their owners. Hiya, Mr. Spencer. Remember me?
Oh, yeah. Hello, McKay. Jimmy, I want to see you a minute.
Yeah, sure.
I gotta go home, Jim. I'll see you later.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, it's an old story.
Is there anything wrong, Mr. Spencer?
What's that ex-jockey doing around here?
Oh, he's my sister's boyfriend.
Oh, so that's it.
Yeah, why'd you ask? Did he ever ride for you?
No, but,
But what?
confidentially, partner, he lost his jockey license for riding in a questionable race.
Oh, I see.
Well, I've got to run along. See you tonight.
Partner.
Mr. Spencer, I want you to know how much I appreciate the kindness that you and Colonel Whitley have shown to Jimmy. I think it's wonderful.
It's been a pleasure, Mrs. Dolan. Colonel Whitley and I think Jimmy is a fine boy. In fact, the Colonel is a much changed man since he met Jimmy.
Before you go, I'd like to give you a jar of my homemade jam.
Well, I'd love it. I hope it's strawberry.
Good. Sandy, I think you ought to speak to Mr. Spencer. Evidently, he thinks the suspension of your jockey license was justified.
Well, why should I explain to him? He means nothing in my life.
Don't be so sure about that. He's Jimmy's partner now, and Jimmy has big plans for you.
Big plans for me? What are you talking about?
I don't dare tell you. I've been sworn to secrecy.
All right, I'll find out for myself. It's a swell homecoming you fixed for Mike, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Aaron tells me you need about $125 yet to pay for your half interest in Mike.
Yeah.
I'd like to lend you the money, Jimmy.
No thanks, I'd rather not borrow any money from you.
Why not?
Did you ever ride a crooked race?
No, I never did.
You had your jockey license suspended, didn't you?
Yes.
Why?
Well, back east, I happened to be up on a favorite in a race that a gambling ring was using for a betting coup. I should have won that race. I was pocketed all the way. The stewards thought I was in on the fix. I was so mad over the raw deal they handed me, I never offered any defense. I just quit the racing game.
That was a mistake, Sandy. But for some reason, I believe you. And I'd sure like to have you ride Mike at Santa Anita.
Jimmy, I'm way overweight.
I know that, but you can train down. Other jockeys have to.
Yeah, but I might have trouble getting reinstated.
No, Colonel Whitley can fix things up for you. I bet you.
Yeah, I guess he could at that.
Sure he can. What do you say, huh?
Well, what do you say about that $125 loan I mentioned?
Okay. I'll speak to Mr. Spencer about you tonight and get everything fixed up.
Right.
But, Jimmy, McKay never offered any defense. Is that the kind of a man you want to ride, Mike?
But he didn't do anything wrong. Nobody could get him to throw a race. No, sir.
All right, partner. If you think he's okay, I'll put in with you.
Thanks. And you won't be making any mistake, neither. Because, well, you see, he's going to be my brother-in-law pretty soon.
Oh, so that's the way it is, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's take a look in the condition book and see if we can find a race that Mike will have a chance to win.
Good.
Let's see. Ah, here's one. Opening day. Third race. 4 years old and upwards. An allowance affair for maidens and non-winners of more than one race this year. And the distance is right.
Yeah, only 6 furlongs. Michael win that one in a breeze.
That's what I'm hoping. But don't forget, other owners will be reading these conditions, too, and figuring how they can wake up a winner.
I know it.
Come in. Well, if it isn't Sam McBride. Hi, Sam. Sam.
How are you, boys? Saw you in the diner and tried to catch your eye. Heading west for the opening of Santa Anita, huh?
Yowza, California, here we come.
Me too. String's already on the ground working out.
Is that so?
Yeah, Sam Wrights meets a swell layout, and the track is faster than Grease Lightning.
Figuring on counting the first 100 grand handicap?
Oh, now, quit your kidding. You know me better than that.
What's up your sleeve, Sam?
What's it worth to you to know?
Plenty. If it's a sure thing. What have you got?
You remember that gelding I claimed at the fairgrounds last year?
You mean Speed Demon?
Yeah.
Why, that old hay burner only won one race this year.
Well, it's more profitable sometimes not to win races. You gentlemen ought to know that.
So you've been prepping Speed Demon for a killing?
And how? He's been working the half at 49 and just galloping. I want you to notice the conditions in the third race, the opening day.
3/4 of a mile. An allowance race for maidens and non-winners of more than one race last year. 4 years old and upward.
Speed Demon can take that one running backwards. And he should pay at least 10 to 1.
There's Mike's name right there.
Sure enough, it says Mike.
Well, he wanted me to tell you when he was ready to run. Well, he is.
But is he ready to win? That's what we want to know.
He's a cinch.
Then you would advise us to bet the bankroll on him?
No, I don't advise anybody to bet on horse racing, because I don't believe in it.
Oh, I see.
But if you feel like betting, don't let me stop you, because being a maiden, Mike will pay off in boxcars when he wins.
Joe, get that bookie on the phone. I've got $2 that's going on Mike. So get it straight. 5 grand on Speed Demon in the third at Santa Anita. Attract odds. Speed Demon. 5 grand on the kisser. We'll thank Louis Bookies will pay it. I said Speed Demon. S is in sucker. P like inflator. Yeah, that's right.
Now listen, Mike. I want you to get a good night's sleep, because we're going to van you over to the track early in the morning. And I want you to be in the pick, see? Now listen, Corky. I want you to keep a good watch over Mike tonight, understand? Here, I got something for you. Here. Atta girl. Good night, Mike. Good night, Corky.
Sweep him out in second and closing fast. Bright Willie is running third. Lame Duck wins it by an X.
It's all very exciting, but when did Mike run?
The next race. See here on the program, Mother, number 6.
That's
My brother's horse.
Now do exactly what Sandy tells you, Mike. And whatever you do, you've got to win this race, understand?
Any final instructions, Mr. Spencer?
No, you know what to do, so go out there and do it.
Okay.
Good luck, Sandy.
Thanks, Jimmy. Any instructions?
No, just go out there and win that race. That's all I got to say.
I'll do my best.
Excuse me. Gosh, doesn't Mike look swell, partner?
Best looking horse on the track.
Hey, Sandy! Be sure to make Mike win.
You're rooting for the wrong horse, Sonny.
What do you mean the wrong horse?
You want to pick up a little easy money, you get a ticket on Speed Demon.
Speed Demon. Mike's gonna win this race.
Mike with Sandy McKay up is 50 to 1, and Little
That
Sam
sure look
with
good,
Charlie
doesn't he?
Sloan up
Does.
is 3.5.
Hey, fellas, there's Jimmy.
Where?
Down there with Mr. Spencer by the judge's stand.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, I'm beginning to see how it's done. That's why they have the numbers on the board out there. Look, Mom. The odds on Mike are 50 to 1. I'm going to buy a $2 ticket. Do you want me to buy you one? You mean if Mike wins, you get $100? That's right. I'll take 2. One for Jimmy.
Hey, gang! He thinks Speed Demon's gonna win.
The horses are in the starting gate. There they go. Number 2, Speed Demon, is going to the front. Molly O is second. It's Speed Demon by 3/4 of a length. Molly O is ahead in front of Sparrow. Ruby Gus is running 6th, and Mike Speed Demon by a length and 1/2. Molly O on the right. Speed Demon still in front by a length. Molly O is second in front of Sparrow. It's Speed Demon and Molly O. Sparrow is third and Little Sam. And here comes Mike, closing fast on the outside. It's Speed Demon and Mike. Second in. It's Mike and Speed Demon.
Sonny boy, let me ask you something confidentially. How did you know that horse would win?
Because I told him to.
What does that have to do with it?
You see, I'm Jimmy Dolan of Dolan and Spencer. This is Mr. Spencer, my partner. We own Mike.
Yes, sir. Come on, Jim. Come on, boys.
Look what I got from Mike.
Say, that's a honey.
I'll say it is, but there's nothing too good for that champ.
You bet there isn't.
Oh, look what I got for Corky.
Well, Corky. Say, that's a mighty fine color Jimmy bought you.
Nicest one I could find. You like it?
Oh, that's a Jim Dandy.
After being such a good dog, Corky, old girl.
Jimmy, I came over to tell you that I've entered Mike in another race.
You did? When did it go?
Week from today in the Lincoln Memorial.
A handicap. Oh, boy, you must think he's pretty good to enter him in that kind of a race.
It'll give us a chance to find out how good he really is. He'll be stretching out from 6 furlongs to a mile and a 16th and running against better horses.
How much is the purse?
Enough to outfit your Newsboys Club if he wins.
Oh, boy, did you hear that, Mike? Do you really think he can win, Mr. Spencer?
Well, he's got a chance, but don't count on it too much. Few horses win all their races.
Colin did, or Monty did. Maybe Mike can do it, too.
I wish I had your kind of faith, Jimmy. Training horses would be so much easier. Well, we'll put him back into training right away. So long.
Bye, partner. Mr. Spencer don't think you can win the mile in the 16th race, but you'll show him, won't you? What if it is a Lincoln Memorial handicap? That won't make any difference to you, will it, boy? Nah.
And here's some info right out of the feed box.
Say everything you can beg, borrow, steal on Fleet One and the Lincoln Memorial Handicap. Signed, Doc. Say, who's Doc? Remember the veterinarian we staked at Saratoga after they bought him from the track? You mean Doc Flegel? That's the guy. His brother Bill works for the B&B stables. They're the ones that own Fleet One.
Say, that tip sounds pretty good. Let's take a look at the entry. Knighthood, Scotsman, Domino, Fire Eater, Fleet One, Nominee, Sweet One, Mike. That lets me out. I won't do any more betting against that kid and his horse. Once was plenty.
Oh, don't be a dope, Winter. The kid's horse is in over his head.
He's right. Probably putting him in a handicap just for experience. He won't get any more experience at my expense. No, sir. That kid's the jinx.
You're too superstitious, Wendy.
As for me, I like Fleet One. Say, do you think you can get the doc and his brother over here? I'd like to talk to him.
Sure. The doc will do anything for me.
Hello?
Hello, Doc. This is Ace Carroll.
Well, how are you, Ace? You got my letter, huh? Yeah. Bill will be in from the track tonight. I'm expecting him any minute.
Yeah, well, get yourself over here to the National Hotel, Suite 608. I've got a little job for you.
Okay, boy. I'll be seeing you. Goodbye.
Poor Corky. I'm sorry you don't feel well. But this medicine I gave you will fix you up. You'll feel swell in the morning. Now you go to sleep like a good girl.
He's in there, all right. Oh, hold it. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh.
Go get him, Corky. Please hurry.
Jimmy, what's going on down here?
There's some problems in the barn after Mike. Corky's fighting them off now. I just got through calling Mr. Spencer.
Jimmy, you stay here. You're not going out till Mr. Spencer gets here.
But, Mom, Corky needs my help.
Never mind that.
Let me go, Mom.
Jimmy!
Corky! Corky! Corky, are you hurt bad? Lay your head down.
Mr. Spencer, they've shot Corky.
Where's Jimmy?
Over there.
Poor Corky. Mr. Spencer, Corky's been shot.
Don't worry, Jimmy. Doc Scott will take care of the hurt. What about Mike? Is he all right?
I don't know.
Well, we'd better find out.
What were they trying to do to you, Mike, old boy?
Plenty, I guess, if it hadn't been for Corky. Still full. Good thing they didn't get a chance to use it.
I'll say it is.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I tried to save her, but, well, I couldn't.
She's dead.
You should feel mighty proud of Corky, Jimmy, for she sacrificed her life to save Mike's. That makes Corky a hero. And heroes don't want their loved ones to cry over them.
I'm not crying.
Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Mr. Spencer. Mom said you wanted to see me. Is there anything wrong?
I'm afraid there is. Mike won't eat, and he won't train.
He seems to be grieving for his pal Corky.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing with that dog?
We thought maybe Mike was lonesome for a stablemate, but it didn't work. Mike won't even look at him.
Of course not. No other dog would take Corky's place.
I know.
Hello, Mike. How's my boy? Don't be like that, Mike. I know you feel bad, but maybe you'll feel better if you and me take a little gallop. What do you say, huh? He's never acted like this before. He don't even pay any attention to me. And what are we going to do? The Lincoln Memorial Handicap is only 3 days off.
Well, I hate to say it, Jimmy, but I'm afraid we're going to have to declare him out.
But suppose he never wants to race again.
Sure he will. Mike isn't going to grieve forever. He'll snap out of it in time.
Do you really think he will?
Of course. I think if we kept him in his own stable and pasture, he'd snap out of it sooner.
I guess you're right. And besides, around home, he'll be closer to Corky.
That's right.
We'll declare him out, huh?
It's the best thing to do, Jimmy. Anyway, there'll be plenty of races for him later on, huh?
See who it is, Jack.
Hi, Doc. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Doc. Hello, Doc.
Hi, boys.
Hi, Doc. Good word.
Well, Wendy, we just came over to collect the rest of our money.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, here's proof that the kid's horse won't run.
The number of probable starters in the Lincoln Memorial Handicap to run on Saturday was reduced to 9 today when Dolan and Spencer declare their entry Mike.
Good work, Doc. What'd I tell you?
I'm not blaming you for not wanting to race yesterday. I know you feel bad about Corky. But so do I. Now I'll put you out in the pasture where you can get some good sunshine. Jimmy! You! Yes, Junior? I'm in here. Come on in. Hi, Junior. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Mickey, old boy. I came over to say goodbye to you, Jimmy. What do you mean goodbye? We're moving to New York tomorrow. To New York? How come? My dad got transferred to another job, so we've got to go where he goes. I'm awful sorry you're leaving, Junior. So am I. Because my dad won't let me take Mickey along. He won't? No. So I thought maybe you'd like to have him. No, Junior. Thanks just the same. But I couldn't bear to have any other dog around after what happened to Corky. suppose he thinks Mickey is Corky? No, but maybe he remembers that Mickey is Corky's brother. Maybe he does at that. Well, what do you know about that? How much you want for him, Junior? What I paid for him, $15. It's a deal. Wait right here while I get the dough.
All Lightning Boy needs is a tightener, and he'll be ready to go.
Okay, Jay.
Look, already.
Hello, Jimmy.
Mr. Spencer.
Well, what are you excited about, Jimmy? What's happened?
A miracle. A friend of mine brought Corky's brother over to my house, and Mike has accepted him for a pal. You ought to see how they're romping together, just like old times with Corky.
Well, that is good news. Sounds like Mike's ready to go back into training.
You bet he is, and that's just what I've been hoping and praying for.
I know you have. So if he trains well, we'll start him in another race.
Which one?
Anyone you say, partner. Just name it.
How about the San Juan Capistrano Handicap?
Oh, that's an awful tough race, Jimmy. I'm afraid we can't get him ready in time for that.
Sure we can. We got 2 weeks, and that's enough for Mike. He'll be as sharp as a tack in that time.
Well, it's okay with me if the Colonel has no objections to Mike being coupled in the entry with the Lightning Boy.
I welcome the competition. But don't forget, it won't be the first time Mike's tried to beat Lightning Boy and failed.
That's right. But this time, you've got to beat Dolan and Spencer, too.
Oh, boy, Mike and Lightning Boy. What a race that's gonna be.
Any special instructions, Colonel? Yes, Bobby. Just take this horse off the pace. But don't be more than 2 lengths off the leaders. When you hit the 7/8 pole, take him to the outside. He'll come on from there. And whatever you do, don't let Mike beat you. Yes, sir.
Now listen, Mike. I'm depending on you. So go out there and win this race. Understand?
Now, Sandy, just judge your pace by Lightning Boy. Stay close to him. When he makes his move, you make yours.
Yes, sir.
And good luck to you.
Thanks. Don't worry about Mike and me. We'll be right up there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the first running of the San Juan Capistrano Handicap at 1 1/4 miles for 3-year-olds and up. The field going postward in this event brings together Colonel Whitley's champion of last year, Lightning Boy, and the South American horse, Llanero. Lightning Boy is coupled in the betting with Mike, Jimmy Dolan's sensational 4-year-old that newspapermen affectionately refer to as the Great Mike. The horses are on the track. Number 2, Llanero, the South American champion, is a favorite at 8-5.
I hope you're enjoying yourselves.
Yes, indeed, Colonel Whitley. It was very nice of you to invite us to sit in your box.
Yeah, it was swell of you, Colonel.
He wants us where he can keep his eye on us.
4 against 1, you know.
The horses are nearing the starting gate.
Don't be so nervous, Wendy. That newsboy's cold isn't going to jinx us today.
There's too much class in this race. Besides, he was out of training too long.
Yeah, just the same. I wish he wasn't in it.
Lightning Boy is acting up. But there he goes in the gate now. We should get a break at any moment. There they go. Llanero is going to the front. How Do I Know is second. And Grand Rush is third. Passing the stand the first time, it's Llanero in front by 1 length. Grand Rush, Red Moon, and Ladies Man. Around the clubhouse turn, it's Llanero and 10 1/2. Red Moon is second. How Do I Know is third. In the back stretches, Llanero by 1 length. Grand Rush, How Do I Know, and Blue Lily. The Lightning Boy got through on the rail and is now 5th. It's Llanero, Blue Lily, Red Moon, and Lightning Boy. Round the far turn goes Lightning Boy. It's Llanero, Red Moon, and Lightning Boy.
Where's Mike, Mr. Spencer? Where's Mike?
Right where we want him, at Lightning Boy's feet.
Turning for home, Llanero is still on top, but Lightning Boy is challenging for the lead. And here comes the Great Mike on the outside. It's Llanero, Lightning Boy, head and head. Let's go, Mike. It's Lightning Boy and Mike, head and head. is the winner, Lightning Boy, Red Rose and Blue Rose.
I'm awful sorry it had to be you, Colonel. Nice work, Sandy. Yes, sir, that's right. We want 6 Joloo's professional punching bags, 6 pairs of boxing gloves, 2 ping-pong tables, 1 wrestling mat.
And don't forget about the baseball equipment.
Take it easy. And we want a lot of baseball equipment. When I want something more, I'll call you back. Goodbye. Gee whiz, that gym equipment sure is going to cost an awful lot of money, ain't it?
Sure it will, but we don't care how much it costs, do we, Jimmy?
Of course not. You know how much Mike won on that race? No, how much? Oh, about $45,000. $45,000? Jumping Jupiter.
Yeah, and we're going to have the best.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hiya, partner. You're just the building of our new clubhouse.
Well, that's fine. Brought you a present from Colonel Whitley for the new club.
Oh, swell. Thanks a lot. What is it? Is it Jimmy? I don't know.
Why, it's a picture of Mike.
Pretty? Sure is.
Hello, Miss Dolan.
Look, Mom. Look.